G'day people, I'm Sharyn, welcome to my channel. A few weeks ago I was making design number 33, which is a grid on my Memorycraft 15,000, and I created a design like this one. It's blue on the front, splatter blue on the back, and when I'd finished making it I thought, let's put it on point. And initially I was just going to make an entire blue quilt so that all the back of it was going to be exactly the same. And then I changed my mind. I made a further 26 squares, same design but purple on the front and cream on the back. And you can see here I'm starting to put it together now. I've already done the diagonals in this direction. I haven't yet put the squares on the corners. I'll show you how I cut them out, but they're all arranged and I'm going to start zigzagging them together and then covering those joins, and I'm going to use the cream fabric to cover the joins. Cutting these squares in half is very easy. I need to cut them on the diagonal, and because these have got a nice grid on them, I should be cutting from corner to corner on the stitching, and that takes me through pretty much these joins, which is perfect. Once again, this square corner to corner. But this one I'm going to use some of these as the very corner of the quilt. So they will join together like this. One there. One there. And one there. I'll begin by attaching a quarter square to the longest diagonal I've got made. So the lines on the quilting actually match up. Made sure that when I pinned this on there, it was pinned in the right orientation. So now I've just buttered them up together and I'll zigzag them. At the other end, this is also a half square triangle, but it's a straight line on this side, so I'm just starting at the straight line and joining them together. Now that I've got two strips done, I'm going to join them together. That's my corner, which is just a quarter square. This is a half square. And I need to join this strip to this strip. And I'm just doing that exactly the same way with my zigzag that's set at a width of 5 and a length of 2. value of having a design that extends across both pieces is that I can be working to get that line and that line pretty much together, so that when I get to the join, that should be together too. Now that I'm getting there, I can give things a tug and try to make sure that that all works together, that they all come together in the same place. And I just continue doing that down the strip. Now that that is zigzagged together, it's firm. What I'm doing from here on in is decorative. It's not holding things together, but I'm going to cover that join. And I'm going to cover it like this. I need this piece of fabric to cover both edges there, and it's just going to be a straight stitch. I've made it a reasonably long straight stitch. It's 3.5, and my needle is this machine. If I move my needle over it as far to the right as I can doing a straight stitch, then I have it at a needle drop position of 9. I've moved this back to 8, but it's going to be a very long stitch. And I'm trying to keep this edge of the fabric at the side of this foot. Once you've stitched down one side of the tape, you need to stitch down the other side, and it's important to get the idea of how to move your needle. I am using what would be a width key if I was doing a zigzag, and I am just going to move the needle to the left, and hopefully you can see it moving there. And because it was on 8, I'm moving it down to 1. So I am, if it was as far left as it could go, it would be on 0. I've got it at 1. If it was as far right as it could be, it would be on 9. I have that on 8. And now I'm just going to stitch down this side. I don't need to reorient anything. I just need to turn that, move that needle over. And now I'm keeping this edge of the fabric against this edge of the foot. And now that I've got it done on one side, and you can see the rows of stitching where I sewed it on, I just put down my tape on the other side and do exactly the same thing again. There will be 2 rows of stitching on the side that I did things on first, and only 1 on this side. Finally, I need to move my needle over to the left side again. And do my last line of stitching. got 3 rows of the blocks joined together now, and I've got the tape in between those ones. It's coming together very, very quickly, and hopefully before I'm next putting out a video, it'll be mostly done. I need to think about what I'm going to do around the edge though. See you next time.